Willie, I just got to say, you being on top of that stuff, it's really been a huge help for us. Last couple of years doing this thing solo has just been monstrous.
Yeah, you really can't
just one
get to
feed, but
one guy really
Willie,
can't
you're on top of it. I really appreciate it, and the open mat and everything they're doing. One of the top wrestling websites in the nation.
My pleasure. Okay, we got a great matchup of young big guys. Sam Stoll of Minnesota, Michael Johnson Jr. of Illinois, Downers Grove, Illinois. Two-time USA Kids Triple Crown winner is Johnson. Sam Stoll was a state folk style runner-up, high school runner-up. He took 5th last year at this very tournament. Stoll using a Russian tie.
Stoll of Casson Manorville, southern Minnesota. I think you shoot down 52 from the Twin Cities on toward Rochester. That's where you'll find that. I'm pulling a little Rob Sherrill out. And that's Johnson of Downers Grove. Of course, in Illinois, yeah, you're right, he could probably tell you the home address. Stoll dominant at the cadet duels.
Dominant.
And we got a parterre. Johnson in the red will be on top. Minnesota continuing that sound tradition of just putting out good heavyweights. I mean, their high school heavyweights are among the best in the country.
Yep.
Even the guys that don't wrestle in college. Like one of the guys, Sam or Mike Marish, I can't remember which one, actually played football here and did pretty well out here in the juniors. And then you got Longendijk. And just look at the Minnesota room. You had Burhow, Tony Nelson, Jake Kettler. Longendijk's going over to Nebraska. Looking for that bar. Can't do it. Now Johnson's going to get high. It's Stoll going to put him in a back and counter. No points. What do we got? White paddle. What do we got? White paddle. No points. So Stoll going to win the first period 1-0. Well, I think he could have gotten maybe 2 out of that.
Maybe 2, right. Which could have came into play in a third period situation.
True.
For the period, it didn't much matter.
And our final match of the day, our referee from Iowa, Michael Garvey. Our judge, Daniel Hull from Wyoming. And Robert Wiggs of South Carolina going to be our mat chairman. Switched it up with Jay Terry, who we saw, well, we didn't see because he's sitting to our right.
Okay, we're going back at it for the second period. No points scored in neutral in the first. That went to Sam Stoll.
You're also a 2-time state champion here in Missouri. You put football to put 100% focus into wrestling. Talk about that decision.
Sharp brothers are not at Fargo this year.
And it was just following me live. I love wrestling since I was years old. I love the sport. I just want to focus completely on that. Become one of the greatest and become the greatest I can be. And it's just something I love to do.
Over-unders for each guy. Stoll backs out of it. 30 seconds gone. Rushing for Stoll now. Johnson zones in. Cleaver.
Yep, Scott's in the house.
Cleaver makes an appearance. That's my man.
No score here, 56 to go. Looks like we might be headed to another scoreless parterre period. But we got 20 to go before that.
Five before parterre.
In this case, Stoll's going to be on top. And that's where we're headed.
So Stoll on top. in the second period parterre. Johnson doing a good job avoiding and preventing Stoll from getting his gut grip. And Stoll digging, can't get it. Can't get the gut. Now he's going to try and lift. Pressuring forward. Sam Stoll can't get much going. 8 seconds. And it looks like Johnson will defend.
So 0-1-1-0. Somewhat typical for Greco heavyweights. Unless your name's Jamil Byers.
Rudy, who's gonna take care of me last night in Fargo without you here, bud?
Actually, it's the first time I met you was with Rudy at the Buffalo Wild Wings a couple
right.
years ago.
That's right.
Yeah, it is slightly ironic. There's only 2 places I've met people here. Fargo. 3, actually, but...
Okay,
again, I'm 31, almost 32. I'm not 19 anymore, so I'll just leave it at that.
So
here we go.
Third and final period to decide our final titleist. Locked up, Stoll digging for underhooks. Now he pummels out.
Yeah, and in this case, this is something we have not seen yet, is the flip or ball draw. In this case, they're flipping a coin because
it'll be 1-1.
It would be 1-1. The points would be even. No cautions. Now, there's still a minute before we get to that, but just be aware. We haven't seen that situation arise at all. Been a pretty exciting Greco final. I mean, action's a lot. It looks like we're going to get a push out. No, he's going to take him to his back. Three confirmed. And Stoll's looking over at the mat chairman going, do you confirm? You confirm? I concur. 3.
Stoll points at the mat ref, the side ref, just to make sure
he looked over.
confirmed.
He threw his fingers up, and so Stoll. So again, I jinxed it again. I said no 3 periods, and we went 3 periods. I said, okay, here's what we're doing with the clinch situation, and we didn't do it, or the draw. So now another takedown for Stoll. Now up 4-0. Big thanks to all our corporate sponsors at USA Wrestling.
11 seconds before parterre.
And Beyond the Mat, our webcast sponsor for this entire week of action. You'll be seeing trailers and interviews and things of that nature throughout the course of the event.
Yes, he should have crashed. I saw a kid do that this week. He was on the edge and in danger of getting tossed. He stepped out on purpose with his toe.
Probably a good strategy. As long as you stop the action. You stop the motion, you can get away.
Right, he did.
You step out and you're still moving, they're going to
continue it. Right, but he had a presence of mind to kind of stall the move and tip his toe out.
Tony Rotundo in the house, WrestlersAreWarriors.com. 5 seconds to go for Sam Stoll. And that'll do it, a Greco-Roman.